Hey, out there. Have you ever noticed how we spend so much of our life waiting for the next big thing? I'll be happy when I graduate, when I get that job, when I get married, when I buy the house. We're taught to think of life as a series of milestones. And don't get me wrong, these milestones matter. They represent hard work, growth, perseverance. But recently I was reminded of something that challenged the way I think about all of that. It's from the movie The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. There's a storyline where one of the teenage girls reluctantly begins babysitting a terminally ill child. At first, she wants nothing to do with it. But over time, they develop this unexpected friendship. And during the film, this little girl shares an idea that's incredibly simple, yet surprisingly profound. She says the meaning of life is found in the small things, not some grand purpose waiting years down the road. The small moments, beating a level in a video game that you never thought you could beat, laughing so hard with friends that you forgot why you were laughing in the first place, finishing a puzzle. At first, the idea sounds too simple, but the more I thought about it, the more I realized how often we postpone our own happiness. We convince ourselves that fulfillment lives somewhere in the future, at the next promotion, the next degree, the next accomplishment. And while we're looking ahead, we miss what's happening right now. I started thinking about it like crossing a stream. You're focused on the rocks because they're what's going to get you safely across. Those rocks are the milestones: graduation, new career, marriage, you know, the big achievements. But if you've ever crossed a stream, you know there's more than just the rocks. There's the sound of the water, relaxing, the sunlight reflecting off the surface. Beautiful. Little moments happening between each step. If you're only focused on making the next jump, you miss the beauty that's been there the whole time. College is a perfect example. People remember graduation, but years later, what do they actually talk about? The late night conversations in the res hall, that study group that became lifelong friends, decorating the student union for a campus event, laughing at a 24-hour diner after an exam because you were just so exhausted. Those aren't the moments that come with diplomas, but somehow they're the ones that stay with us. Maybe that's because a meaningful life isn't built only through milestones, it's built through moments. One conversation, one memory, one unexpected laugh, one quiet victory at a time. The milestones, they give our lives direction, but the small moments, they give it texture. They remind us that life isn't something that begins after we accomplish our next goal. It's happening while we're working toward it. So here's a question I've been asking myself lately. What small moment happened today that would be easy to overlook, but would actually be worth remembering? Maybe that's where happiness quietly grows. Not all at once, but one moment at a time. If this idea resonates with you, I go much deeper into it in my full blog posts. I explore why we're conditioned to chase those milestones, how they affect our definition of happiness, and why paying attention to ordinary moments might be one of the most important habits we can develop. You'll find the link in the description. Until next time, don't just celebrate the milestones, notice the moments in between.